What's up, y'all? It's Dee, about to react to this video by Omeezy. It's titled Dean the Great Arrested for Attempted Robbery. What? Who are you robbing? I thought him and Adrian Bronner was doing well. But you're robbing people? Oh my god. Let's see what's happening. Let's watch.
As if it couldn't get worse for them, the COB boys, yeah, that's what Adrian Broner and Dean the Great are calling themselves now. Adrian Broner's 36, by the way. Have found themselves in much more hot water than any situation they've ever faced before. This is developing in real time. Dean the Great has been arrested for attempted robbery. They were flying way too close to the sun with this sort of content, and it was always going to be cut short with the way that they were going about doing things. Now, I don't know if you guys know, Dean the Great and Adrian Broner were running a 24-hour stream, and it got cut short. That's because Dean the Great couldn't contain himself, and we've got to talk about it. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit the subscribe. Real time. This is developing in real time. As I'm recording this video, Dean the Great is waiting for a bond hearing because last night he had committed attempted robbery. He was also ordered to stay away from Destiny, the person in question, and he has a bond hearing that's going to happen later on tonight, which by the time you're watching this, it will have come out. The stream started with the most nastiest group that you could probably ever put together on a singular stream. Dean the Great, Adrian Broner, The Shade, Freaky Frost, and Tekashi 6ix9ine. They were gonna go out and make a video.
Exactly, my god.
Dean the Great found that one of the young women that was on the bus with them was underage, and he decided to kick her off the bus. Now hold on, I want to clarify. We did find out that the young lady in question was actually of age. She was actually 21. She would later go on to display her ID on Instagram, and even at the moment she did show it to Dean the Great. But Dean the Great was in the wrong, and he didn't want to apologize. That ego got in the way. But you know, that's on him. That's on him. But
so he robbed her?
She is of age, to be fair.
No, dead ass. Stop, pull over. Get this.
Yo, Selena's
you don't
here
want to tell us her age, she getting out. We ain't doing that.
Yeah, just tell us her age. I already did.
No. Get out. Let this out the grass like a cow, and she can eat the grass. God. Get up out of here.
That's Selena Powell? Oh my.
Exactly. It just gets worse and worse. If you do think she's underage, first off, you should have checked before she even got in the fucking Sprinter. Okay? But if you do think that, why are you talking to someone's underage daughter like this? And calling her out her name? These people are despicable, gross.
God, this is a nasty stream.
Right.
Now, I'll give a reward for a fish that's swimming. Dean the Great does do a good job in separating himself from a young, underage woman.
You should have been
you got the Shade Frost there. And
why are you disrespecting her like that? A child, if you thought she was a child.
Yeah, tell us how you're going to drop you.
Who raised these bitch ass niggas? Who raised them? My God, they're horrible.
You got to save a hoe? Go with her.
Okay. This situation got so much worse as the night progressed. Like Dean the Great's kicking out mood continued when he was on a yacht talking to a woman named Destiny Alameen, and he didn't want her to entertain any other men during this yacht party. But so when Adrian Broner stepped into the situation, Dean the Great clearly got upset because they were having conversation, and Dean the Great took things to a whole nother level.
Your dad wasn't the best man, but your dad was a great father and a great man. You know, I wasn't perfect, but at the end of the day, man, do you, man.
Bitch, don't know your place. Get out my yacht, bitch.
No, for real.
Get the fuck out. Come on. You out. I told you it was cracking. Get out. Go home. She out. Good test, though.
You already know.
Yeah, she gotta go. She gotta go.
I had to run this shit.
Hey, get that bitch out my yacht.
That's what brothers do. Test the bitch.
Now, if you're 16 years old, running a test on a woman probably seems like a normal thing to do. But again, Dean the Great and Adrian Broner aren't normal people. We know that in the past we've talked about all the issues that Adrian Broner has had with women, but we also have to remember, Dean the Great has issues with women as well. That's the reason why
these niggas were not loved by their mothers, okay? They're fatherless and just walking around terrorizing other people because they didn't feel loved as a child. Boo-hoo. Go get some fucking therapy, you losers. This is so sad to watch. Like, this is why y'all bring women around to disrespect them, and you get a kick out of this because you want to stream it and look cool to your little teeny bopper fans. Y'all are fucking losers.
Slapped up numerous
grown ass men, by the way,
times on the stream. I'm specifically thinking about the incident that happened with Larry Wheels and his wife.
This is why you got knocked the fuck out.
Or currently.
So you want to talk to women crazy because when you are face to face with men, they knock your bitch ass out. You get bopped left and right. Black men, white men knocking you out. Bitch ass niggas. So you want to go and be big and bad and act tough when it comes to women? What a fucking coward. These men are despicable.
unwilling ex-wife. He wouldn't just leave it at get off the yacht. Dean the Great decided to escalate it. According to the TMZ/police report, officers responded after a woman named Destiny Alameen claimed Dean tried taking her.
This also pisses me off because they are influencing young men. This is why we have incels online, because they are easily influenced and they're watching content like this. This seeps into their little underdeveloped brains. So that's why it pisses me off as well, is because you have so many young boys watching this and you are like gathering this army of incels. You're creating these incels. You are literally a menace to society. You're making society worse. This is what pisses me off. It's not because he is, you know, a despicable man, because who the fuck cares? I ain't got to deal with him. You know, I ain't gonna ever come across him. I don't give a fuck about him being a trash person. But it's the fact that you have influence, you have an audience, you have people watching you and looking up to you, unfortunately, you know, because there are kids who are on the internet all day and they look up to these people. So it's just so irresponsible and gross that this is the example that you're setting.
After kicking her off a yacht, Dean got up. As
someone who has a nephew, this bothers me. You know, I'm not saying that he's getting influenced by this, but it's just like, it's just grosses me out so bad.
Upset because other men were allegedly trying to talk to her, despite him warning her not to entertain anyone else. She claimed that once she got off the yacht, Dean grabbed her forearm and tried to snatch her phone, allegedly leaving a minor scratch on her arm in the process. Things apparently escalated from there, police say. The owner of the yacht voluntarily handed over Ring camera footage from the property. Cops say the video showed Dean yelling for someone to grab the woman's phone and make sure she wasn't recording him, before allegedly putting his hands on her multiple times while trying to take the device as she attempted to get away. Cops say the footage showed the woman curling up on the ground while crying to stop Dean from taking her phone before eventually breaking free. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know what it is about these streamers and them being physically abusive to women, but the fact that
because they get their ass beat by men, Amazing, you saw it, I saw it. So that's why they want to buck up when it comes to women. It makes them feel like more of a man because, you know, they get bitch slapped by other men, and that makes them feel, you know, emasculated and inferior. So when it comes to women, it's like, well, yeah, I could beat you, bitch. I could boss you around. I could punk you. They're cowards. That's why.
Dean the Great and Deshae Frost were there, and all this shit happened is actually pretty disgusting. They need to stay off of yachts in Miami. They need to be banned from yachts in Miami. But I also don't understand why they don't think that people are recording these things. You don't maintain all the footage in the world, and if you rented a yacht, naturally the yacht owner is going to have a bunch of cameras around, so this person isn't liable. Why he thought he could get away with this is the most stupidest shit in the world. I think that he thought because the moment wasn't captured necessarily on his stream that nobody would have any sort of evidence of said moment. But just like Chad the Builder, yeah, there are other cameras that are around, gang. There are other people that are filming things. There are other people that saw this, and it looks like you're probably going to jail, my nigga. And even without the footage coming from him specifically, we can see in the footage that he does provide that he is clearly, and I do mean clearly, in deep thought about the situation when he comes back from stream.
Yeah. However, all cheating
Hey, wait. Did you put her on an NDA?
Yeah.
You did?
Oh, the girl that walked off?
Yeah.
Should have been.
Huh?
Should have been.
Where's it? Let me go get her.
Don't tell me Dean went to go get the bitch. He put the bitch on there, then he went to go get the bitch.
Our friends are y'all. Sorry.
No. But I guess she probably screaming at the door, help me. Weird ass bitch. Oh, bang on his way back. From what? Wait, why did he leave? We can't wait. He's coming right back up. No, we can't wait. Look at the text.
I said either get on the boat and leave or we'll all get shut down.
Alright, we gotta go.
Let's go.
Bang.
Fucking Sam, bro.
Gosh. Let's go.
Here's my theory as to what probably happened. For those that don't know, when streamers have these events that involves like a bunch of different people, they usually get NDAs signed because they're doing freaky nasty stuff, drugs, saying the wildest stuff. They don't want to be liable for that. They realize in real time that she did not sign the NDA. They then follow her, rough her up a little bit, try to take her phone in an attempt to get her to sign the NDA. Where they're stupid though is that if you coerce somebody into like signing an NDA, that doesn't make it valid. Like that doesn't make it permissible in court. That's the stupidest shit in the world. I don't know if Dean knows that. I don't know if anybody else knows that. But if you force somebody to sign something without their free will, it doesn't count. And I can already tell that people are going to try to defend Dean that were on that boat. But somebody like a Deshae Frost can't even do it because he he's drunk, right? He's out of it. He doesn't know what's going on in the situation. Adrian Broner too, just super sloppy drunk out of the whole thing. The only one that has enough wits about them to realize what's going on is the man that's actually arrested, and that's DeenTheGreat. Allegedly, there was a lot of screaming, probably somebody screaming saying, "Help me." That would have potentially been another charge. So then they get this text message saying that, like, yo, we got to get off the boat, or they're going to shut this whole thing down. They start scrambling to get these people off the boat so they can leave before the cops come, because they're going to hear all of this screaming and all this disturbance and probably try to wonder what goes on right now, right? As I think about this is like the dumbest situation in the world, and it's so dumb because it was so avoidable. As the night goes on, you'll realize that DeenTheGreat disappears totally off the stream, but you can kind of tell that Dean knows that the walls are closing in on him. He's sitting there probably knowing that the police are going to be waiting on them when they dock the boat.
I'm being real. The bitch trying to say I hit her. She trying to lie about it. I hit her. No, I don't give a fuck. Don't say it online. No, the police are trying to. They say they don't know. No. They're trying to falsely accuse me of hitting her. And there was 8 niggas there to watch me.
I'm really taking this shit serious, man. I gotta shut down chat now. But shout out to all the problems out there. Y'all already know I love y'all. You feel me?
Now, after this, you don't see Dean for the rest of the stream at all. They end up cutting the stream, and then according to police, they dock the boat, they come in, they detain DeenTheGreat temporarily, and he doesn't really realize as he's sitting here trying to convince chat and trying to convince these other people that, you know, there's this woman lying on him. I've seen this bag before. You go around and you start telling people this random ass story, right? The young lady that he was telling the story had no clue what was going on. She wasn't next to Dean. She wasn't next to Adrian. She doesn't know anything about the situation, but he's trying to tell her this random ass story. They trying to say a bitch is trying to say that I hit her, I didn't hit her. Or I don't know what's going on, gang. I'm drunk as hell. He's trying to get everybody on his side, not realizing there are cameras all over the boat capturing this incident. It's the stupidest shit. Criminals do the stupidest things in the world. Now, what makes him even more stupid is that when police detained DeenTheGreat and asked him what exactly happened in the situation, he contradicts everything that was shown in the video. He tells the police, "Oh, well, I thought she had my phone. That's why I pursued her."
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you? I thought there was something, you know what I'm saying, that you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you? No, you done fucked up, Tom. No, you done fucked up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Get him.
Guys, Dean is so stupid. The police officers then say that the events that they watched in the video aren't the ones that match up with his telling of the tale, so they go ahead and arrest him. This is what happens when you try to farm this type of content. You're being a degenerate, you're being a provocateur, you're being somebody who is an antagonizer, you're being somebody who is uberly aggressive. You get these women in these vulnerable situations, and you try to take advantage of them. It's disgusting work. In fact, DeenTheGreat was already in trouble for a separate incident. This time he wasn't much of the provocateur, but he did beat up a guy on live stream just 2 months ago, if I'm not mistaken, last month in April.
As you guys can see from my face, this is not fake. I am in real pain. I have a broken nose, got stitches, I've got a fractured face somewhere around here. My eyelid doesn't even open, guys. I've got a chipped tooth. Like, this doesn't even open. Like, I have to force it. Like, it's closed right now. You know, I'm seeing with one eye.
All of this stuff, and I do mean all of this stuff, was going to come to a head at some point. I just talked about Adrian Broner being the one to destroy the situation, and for what it's worth, I was giving Dean a lot of grace because he wasn't the one crashing out. But lo and behold, here we are where he is putting hands on women in a physically violent way.
You shouldn't do what you did. But I did. At this point, I really don't know. But I'm gonna
Bitch, you was drunk. And bitch, I was drunk. Bitch, you was more drunk.
No, but I feel like you was drunk too. And right now, look, bro, we gotta get this money, bro. Yeah. You hear me? We got something good going on.
Now y'all not getting
going on. You feel me? It's better than good. You're right. It's better than good. Yeah. And then now we got the internet thinking we against each other. They say happy. Yes, they lie. I know we're gonna last. Right. They happy. They celebrate. They just like you when you get some pussy, you don't laugh. You know what I'm saying? But look though, bro, we got something crazy going on. And we taking this shit by the storm, bro. And now we in Houston. And as a big bro, I don't know if you was wrong or I was wrong, but I can say I apologize, bro. Right. Say it back, bitch ass nigga. What? Because I don't know who was wrong.
Apologize or you wrong?
You apologize, nigga.
I'm sorry. If we keep going, at the route we going, at the pace we going, Chad, we gonna make movies, shows. Bro, this shit is gonna keep going up.
And you're sabotaging that, you fucking dummy.
Bruh, you dig? And we appreciate every single one of y'all for tuning in and watching and showing love, because y'all changing our life. We gonna be shit if it weren't for y'all, bro.
These guys were at
Still
the
ain't
top
shit.
of the streaming game and pissed it all away because they wanted to be rude and debaucherous and get some shit off. But I'm gonna tell you something. When they get you in jail, Dean, they're gonna get their shit off in you.
Oh, but as they should. But it's so sad to see people be blessed to this degree and be able to make a living on the internet, especially today in 2026. It is much harder now to make a living online than it was, years back around the time I started. So it's crazy that people find themselves in such a fortunate position by being able to, make great amounts of money online, but then they do shit like this. They become degenerates online and they just fuck it off. How do you do that? That is so stupid. And he's like, oh, I'm so thankful, for y'all, because if it wasn't for y'all, then we wouldn't be shit. Apparently you still ain't shit. And because you are such a moron, you're sabotaging what you have. Like, what dummies? My goodness. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think, though, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.